Hello and welcome to yet another free speaking video. Today is the 4th of December and yesterday I shot a video and today also I'm continuing. It's 11:22 p.m. in the evening today and I just came back to home and I got a personal space and time again and I'm not gonna miss this opportunity because I like to do, as I mentioned in my many videos, that I like to do just shit and I think that I have very less time, not less time in the sense, but less time in the sense of like the years in which I do have a lot of energy, and I should utilize that energy into doing exactly what gives me meaning at least, or which provides me a sense of a joy. Hello, me Julian, and welcome to my another video in which I explain about journaling. This is how there is a YouTuber or a philosopher called Julian de Madrios talks about in his regular live streams, and I really like how the way he speaks. He speaks very much poetically. He speaks with very much sense of logic, and which with his poetic language and which with and a language which includes a lot of quotes by very famous philosophers and psychologists and famous personalities, and also he adds the very cute, not cute I would be saying, but very philosophical phrases in between, and that his sense of speaking like those makes that topic even more interesting. And I think that is some type of a speaking ability that speaking ability or speaking, I would say, a sense of a speaking style, an established style, the way the like lecturers or the very much experienced speakers try to speak to make speech more interesting, and that is very great. I really like it, and I think that if you have a very great sense of ability to speak in a very beautiful and attractive way, a lot of things get very much easier for you, and you look very much attractive in a sense of, are we saying, intelligence, or like whatever, like things will become very much easier into social scenarios and situations, and you will get a lot of favor, I would be saying. That adds a sense of a benefit if you have a very good skill of a speech, or right. And I've seen that the more you do a type of a behavior with somebody or in socially, the more type of a personality you start to become. And that's a very much common sensical and logical thing. Well, let's say if you keep repeating some sort of a behavior or task, you will get very much settled or comforted into that type of thing, and you will be improving or increasing that type of behavior and mentality only, and right. uh, so like whether it is in terms of positively or negatively, I would be saying, but let's say you want to improve somewhere, and let's say you keep repeating some sense of a good attitude towards some particular thing. Initially that thing is very much hard for you, but the more and more you keep doing, um, things get more easier, and you get into very much comfort zone with that situation or that particular thing, and that will give you a sense of meaning into that thing itself, whether the outcome comes or not, but that doing that particular thing will provide you a lot of meaning, a sense of a joy, right. Also, let's say you keep repeating a sense of a very much self-protective way of a behavior, socially or environmentally or whatever, you will keep repeating that type of behavior only, and will put yourself back into every social situations. You will keep running, and that type of behavior will get inculcated into your mind where in a way that you cannot even imagine, and that will shape your personality for the future of further years. right? So it is very much important to do some sort of a thing or repetitively, because every day you are repeating largely a lot of behavior has been repeated, has been or being repeated by you all the bloody time. And um, so it is up to you that how or what sense of behavior that you want to express into your day or into your daily life or into your future life or whatever. You can choose to be, I don't know, what am I speaking or what am I thinking even, and I just even do not know what exactly am I going to speak in the next sentence, but I just keep speaking and speaking and speaking and speaking and speaking, because it is like a speaking marathon sort of a thing. Yeah, I have given this thing a new name, a speaking marathon, which includes an hours and hours of speaking continuously. And yeah, that's great. But yeah, I asked ChatGPT again today for next 6 topics, let's say, but just the network of my mobile phone, not network of my mobile phone, but the internet balance has been used throughout the day today. I don't know what has happened. I just did not even got a time to use the internet, but still, internet got internet balance or not balance. I would be saying, uh, internet pack for today got over, and now I'm internetless guy. So what I'll have to do for today before sleeping night, I don't know. So that's a good thing. Yeah, I remember that I used to very much used to mimic Prakhar Ke Pravachan, the way he speaks in his language and all. And I would be saying, from my initial days, I have been saying this, or I have noticed this, and I still believe this, that if you want to learn language, at least for the language, I would be saying, for some other skills as well, but for the language, if you want to master your language in a way or certain way, let's say you want to learn something new language, some sort of a new language, you just need to mimic the way the person speaks. Let's say you admire somebody, let's say you admire Joe Rogan very much, the way he speaks his sentences into his particular speeches, and you keep noticing and noticing and noticing, and you just totally mimic him. You just mimic and try to speak like him all the bloody time, and that eventually what it will be is like, you will start enjoying and will be trying to be more and more perfect. Not you will be focusing on to how can I improve in the language itself, but how can I be more attractive speaker like, let's say, Joe Rogan. And into process of becoming or having the capacity of speaking like him, you'll eventually start learning the language as a byproduct. And the more and more you do, the more and more better you get. And boom, it becomes a lot easier for you to be whatever you are, right? I don't know what am I speaking, I don't know what am I thinking. I just It's just a marathon or just speaking and speaking and speaking and speaking. I just keep talking shit all the bloody time. Yes, the second Ashes Test match between Australia and England has been started today, and Joe Root has smashed his first century in Australian soil, and it is a ping pong test. And I literally and genuinely want England to win this test match, because Australia has dominated England a lot, even onto the England's home soil. He has kept winning and winning and winning and winning. But I literally want England to win this match, even the series itself, because Joe Root and the team has shown a lot of resilience. This baseball, after the baseball era, the team is at absolutely fantastic level of the skills and the personalities and their approach and whatever. And that makes them more and more attractive. Even they make the game itself very much attractive. And they still kept keep losing against Australia because Australia just dominates. Who the hell is Mitchell Stark? Who the hell is Travis Head? Who are these guys? Just keep playing and playing and playing and just smashing runs and taking wickets all the bloody time. And that's so easily, that's so and very much easy for them. It seems like, and it's very much a B team, not even a very pro Australian team, I would be saying. It is a pro team, but still, they are not very good openers. They do not have Pat Cummins and Hazelwood into their team. Of course, Steve Smith and Manas Labuschagne are there. There is Osman Khawaja. There is Alex Carey, Mitchell Stark. Scott Boland is a good bowler. Other than that, who are they are playing with Jack Weatherland. Even Nathan Lyon is not there into this test match. I don't know. Let's see what happens. But yeah, Australians are bloody insane in terms of playing mindset, or I don't know what is their approach, general approach to the life, and what is the environment there. Why are they behave, or why do they behave the way they behave? But Australians are bloody great, and at least, not at least, but I just know in terms of the Australian cricket players, and I just do not know how to get dominate in other things. But yeah, they also are very much dominative into Olympics and all. They get a lot of medals. So at least in the games, or at least um, into the sports, they are very absolutely bloody fantastic. I literally want England to win the test match. At least a test match, not even a test series. I don't know. It's very hard for them. And Australia, I'm not going to lose at all. I do not think so. I do not think so. Right? So yeah, Joe Root test match is century. And I have not watched the whole match today, and have not watched the highlight as well. But I have watched some of his shots and all into short form of videos again onto Twitter, and yeah, that was very great, absolute fantastic. And Joe Root is a absolutely magnificent player. Joe Root is a kind of a player. He doesn't need many innings to get back and come back and do the comeback into the matches of the series or situation, or his form, right? Let's say he's not playing very well into two three innings. He will not take fourth inning to come back again, right? In the fourth inning, he is going to do the comeback and will provide a team very much strong position. In the first match, Joe Root was not very much high scorer for the England team, but now he has shown another level of resilience into the match, and has managed a century. And that's great. Joe Root is absolutely fantastic, resilient player. It's he gives a very calm vibe and all. They are just keep playing and playing and playing and playing. That's very great. That is very great. Um, yeah. Nowadays, I'm not even going to. Now I do not even go for a running, and that is an excuse that I just need to go for my work earlier every day, and that's why I'm not able to go to the ground and do the running. That's an excuse, absolutely bizarre excuse. You can wake up early in the morning and you still can go. But who wants to wake up? Who wants to who wants to provide, or who wants to give the uncomfortness to their mind and to that sleep? Who want to get outside of a bed or bed, and stand up and go outside and just do some sort of an intense exercise, which requires a lot of effort, right? Those are the things. But yeah, yesterday only I just talked about that approach to saying no to your ego. You say no, you say I want to do an X thing, and you have to do that X thing because the right self or the true self wants to do that X thing, right? What else? I just don't know. I really and absolutely am very much enjoying with with the personal time that I get, and I'm utilizing it, which is very great. Um, I don't know, but yeah, this week and next week it's gonna be like this, and I am absolutely going to shoot videos as much as I can, as much as I can. I just don't know. I'm shitting. I'm just shitting all the bloody time today. I just shit it all the time. Yeah, I have some other topics, and we can speak about those if we do not have any other stuff to talk about. Um, right? Okay, let me just say. Remember or what some another sense of or some not. I just don't know how to speak how to speak this, but in throughout your day, what was that particular situation or thing that happened in your day? One thing that was very much unusual. That was very much unusual. Of course, we do have a lot of like throughout our days there is a common like more majority of the things are common, and there is no a sense of a change into those moments of uh, a week or a month, to be more particular, to be more precise, I don't know, but at least if you notice or if you keep remembering or if you start thinking, you will get to know that there happens a moment, at least a single moment, which is not very much usual to your daily day-to-day life, but you do not even noticed. So can you remember or can say what was that sort of an experience that you get today? And it does not have to be like something meaningful and learningful, whatever it can be, but it's very not very much usual, and it's a little bit of different than your daily day-to-day life, right? I just need to think about that, but but beautiful tt or beauty, I don't know. I just like beauty, not beautiful tea. That's a very bad joke, my friend. That's a very bad joke. अगर इंसान अपने साथ बकलोली करना सीख ले और कुछ चाहिए ही नहीं, मैं अपने में बहुत खुश हूँ। अगर आप आए तो चार चांद लग जाएंगे। ऐसा नहीं है कि तुम मुझसे में मिल जाओ, तुम मुझ में आ जाओ, तुम मेरे साथ आ जाओ, यू विल बी प्रोवाइडिंग द मीनिंग। what sense of a thing that is, what type of thinking that is, right? अगर तुम अपने में खुश हो, if you are happy inside, and you do not want a sense of belongingness all the bloody time, from the people to the person to something is okay. Let's say you want to belong to a particular task, and it is okay, but you do not want to belong all the bloody time into some sense of a social group. You do not want attention. You are not very much into social anxiety, because mommy, somebody will notice me. I don't know this. I'm just wow. This is the most insane and bizarre thing that has happened in my life and my day to day, right? That I have not done this type of shit. I cannot even remember that. Remember, I don't know what has happened to my speech, but I just keep speaking like, try to mimic speaking like some European or USAN guy. I just don't know, right? So there came a moment that I just forgot. Instantly, like a thought came and I just forgot. Wow, what has happened to this generation? That will what the people over you, or the people who are elder than you, will speak about you. Millennials will speak about this. So yeah, I was talking about that. if you learn to do bullshit with yourself, if you learn to talk any of the random shit with yourself, and if you can entertain yourself, if you can laugh at your joke alone when nobody's there, fuck it, you have cracked the key, and you do not need anyone else constantly. Yeah, of course, we're a human. Humans are a very much social mammal, and they require a social belonging or to be with somebody for the large portion of their life. For the large portion, no, I'm not saying very vast and majority of the portion, but human need to be very much satisfied with himself or herself, right? कोई तुम्हें कितना ही प्लीज कर लेगा ना, तुम भी, you also, how much can you please somebody? Let's say somebody wants you to be something like let's say somebody is not telling you that you be like this or that or this or that, but the person wants you to be like, let's say X, that I want this X type of personality new, because my personality is X, so we need to match. Okay, you are agree, because let's say you want to keep the person happy. You keep trying and trying and trying and trying and trying. You just want to be an X because you want to make the other person happy. But where you are not an X, you're not an X, there are always going to come some limits. Because you're not an X, you are a Y. You can never be an X or A or B or C. You are going to remain Y. You can add some things on those Y. Y plus plus can happen. Y plus X can happen. Y plus A, B, C, D can happen. But eventually, the major personality or identity is Y. That is going to remain forever. You can also do Y minus as well, minuses as well. That okay, in Y there are some unnecessary behaviors or situations or type of sort of thinking is there. You need to remove those things, and you need to do that. You need to do that. Something which is necessary, which is not right about your personality or whatever about you. You need to eliminate those things. You can do, but eventually, not eventually, but at the core level, you are going to be the same. That I am the way because my environment has taught me to be something like, I don't know, my environment has been Y. So that has shaped me to being Y. Right? Your environment is like X, that has shaped you to be an X. Right? But it is not bad to be yourself unless you're not harming anyone, not worrying much, you being happy, doing positive things and self-improvement sort of a thing. Right? Yeah, I can't remember any unusual moment from my today's day, but at least I can remember that what I learned today was when a person start being masculine, when he start showing his guts and his sense of ownerships and power to the world and situation and scenarios and to himself or herself, he automatically becomes very much attractive, very much attractive, very much likable. It does not matter even whatever type of behavior the person behaves or has done in the past. When the person starts taking ownership of their actions instead of being afraid all the bloody time, being anxious always, instead of those things, if the person keeps showing up whenever it is necessary, if the person stands up and shows his strong back, and not for the sake of showing to anyone else, but for the sake of himself or herself, the person automatically becomes attractive. It does not matter what personality the person is having. But when the person shows the real guts that this has to be done, right? He becomes very attractive. And I find this very that thing that I find today. I'm not going to share that where did I find that, but yeah, showing your true guts and showing your strong guts, or why am I keep speaking the word gut, but keep showing your very strong core sense of self makes you very much attractive from inside, not attractive from outside. I'm not saying about that attractive in terms of people's eyes. When you start taking actions, what a real man, a true man, or a masculine man, or what a stoic will do or take the type of action, that automatically makes you more attractive from inside, and you keep feeling very much confident and happy from inside. That is what you need, right? There are going to come very unusual and unhappy moments in your life, but in your another external environment, but at the end you need to be very much happy from inside without even relying very much on the people. Yeah, you need social support and all, social belongingness, but a true sense of a meaning is when a person consistently keeps showing his sense of very great behavior, which makes him or her very much satisfied and happy, right? It's been 11:48 p.m. It's almost about to be a 5th of December, 5th of December 2025. But yeah, it's still 4th December 2025. Yeah, that was the thing that I noticed today. Yeah, what I think as of now is I just need to start speaking very much logically and step by step. A, B, C, D. Okay, it does take, or it will take a sense of a time, a little bit of a time to speak about, but need to be very much structured now. Need to work on the structure of my speech. Like, okay, this is my points, these are my points, and very much thinkable points. And also, slowly need to start eliminating those gaps between the sentences, those ums and ums into the sentences, that habit of speaking longly, that, and this, and that, and like kind of sort of this. This is not very much attractive sense of speaking. Instead, let's say you have a gap. That gap is okay. That seems normal. But when you keep longing or keep increasing the length of word itself by doing by, that makes speech, I would be saying, very unattractive. uh, if there is a person who is very much experienced into speeches and his sense of ability to deliver a good sentences to that person, your speech will not be very great or attractive. And yeah, it is great to learn that type of a very much profound and on point talking. I was just watching this Prakhar Ke Pravachan's podcast with TBD podcast. TBD podcast or TDB or PDB, I exactly do not know the pronunciation. But the way the guy was speaking, even Prakhar is killer in his pitches and in his way of thinking and speaking. I do think that yeah, Prakhar is very intelligent guy, but most of the times what he does is he uses very fancy vocabularies and also very fancy sense of structuring a particular language. Even a small sentence, he can even he can stretch out into by adding many beautiful extra words in between, and it makes very much wonderful and beautiful to hear, and very much pleasant to your ears to understand, or not understand, to listen that particular sentence. and that is a skill. That skill is to be learned. And other, if you are having language is your weapon, and if your weapon is not very much sharpened into today's era, if you are not very great at speaking, you definitely are not going to stand out at all. People will use you and you will not even notice that thing. You will not even notice that thing, right? uh, what else can we speak about? I don't know. That was the only thing I was about to speak. So yeah, his podcast with TBD podcast was very great. The guy was very much successful, the guest I'm talking about, and he was very profound with his speech. He was very much great at storytelling and his sense of speaking those answers. That person feels very, very interesting and interested. Wow, who the hell are you? Who the hell are you? And that makes you feel very much wonder, and that makes you very attractive, right? Your speech and your language is your weapon in this era, and you need to use that without even getting fear. And that weapon can be sharpened by practicing a lot. Practicing alone is okay, but actual, why you want to sharpen your language, why you want to sharpen your knife or your sword alone? Okay, you're going to sharpen that by practicing it more and more and more and more, by 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 doing the swordsmanship, or I don't know. But at the end, you need to be in the battleground, and the more and more you go into battlegrounds, you become more and more rigid to the environment and situations of those battlegrounds, and your sword automatically becomes more strengthened and sharpened and strong itself, right? Yeah, that is great. What else can we talk about? I don't know. Hmm. When you stop giving, let's say, when you stop giving attention, I was being, when you stop giving attention to a particular thing, that thing gets attracted to you. That was what the point I was making. But why am I making, as I do not know? Because that has no meaning to this video as of now. To as of now, as at this moment, at the 33rd minute of this video. That is what I was talking about. Yeah. What else can we talk about? Should I take any random topic? What I wish school taught us: finance, emotional control, communication, mindset, anything. Okay, communication, yes. I really and genuinely wish that school has taught me how to be very effective the way with the speech, with your speech, and how to use your and how to utilize your speech for the sake of your benefit, and to be more successful into your careers, or into your social life. How can you win the social battles with your very great sense of a speech, and right? So that communication thing, that I agree that of course schools can teach how to be more and more profound and great at the way you have to speak, and how can you be how can you be a good communicator? Okay, first you need to learn what to say. You need to learn what to say. Schools can provide a sense of I don't know how are they going to plan this thing. I just don't know. That is very tough, very very tough. I'm saying to implement this thing, but yeah, ideally, let's say these are the things should be there if you want to be very much great communicator or speaker. First, you need to learn what to say and how to say. Right? What to say. You at least need a sense of a content, right? So how can you speak about something? You just need a knowledge. For knowledge, you need to read something, you need to watch something, you need to observe something. You need something to get that information inside your head. The more and more you get, the more and more knowledge, you become very much effective and attractive with that. Um, I very much like this. I very much like this that I just become. It makes me more and more happy that I just keep speaking and speaking and speaking and just मैं ये हूँ बहनचोद, मैं ये हूँ कि मैं बातें करता हूँ. And I can even talk into people as well, but honestly, I have a lot of social anxiety that people will judge me. Honestly, this is the first time I'm confessing something into my video. I have a social anxiety that people will judge me, or keep, I just keep finding myself many other times that I just do not speak because I just don't know what to speak. That is what I find every bloody time. Majority of it, I just do not know what to speak at one particular situation. But you just need to jump off. You just need to jump off into that particular well, and by only putting or by putting yourself into battleground, then and then things are gonna change. You yourself, your behavior is going to change it. Your what do I say? Your behavior is going to change, and you are going to be more and more sharp in terms of your skill. You just need to jump off into battleground. That's a deadly space. That's a deadly space, deadly place to be. Honestly, and it is not bad to be afraid of because that is battleground. That is battleground. Okay, but you need to jump. You need to jump. There is no other option. There is no other option. डरते डरते लड़ो बट कूदो कूदो. That is what an ultimate that should be is what an ultimate purpose should be. Yeah, I just was talking about communication in the school, what to speak. You need a content. You need to learn and understand more and more things, and you at least should have a sense of a substance to speak about. What will you speak? What will you speak? At least you need to have an understanding of what you are going to speak, plus content, and you understand that content. That is what you knowing the content and understanding the content, that will what will provide you a sense of confidence and what to speak. So in what to speak, this is a half of the thing, very much half of the thing, half of the goal, or being a better communicator. That okay, now you have known that I have some sort of a substance or something to deliver in some sense of a particular discussion. Let's say I just keep reading and reading, or I just keep am interested and very much keep watching the videos of the stock market. For an example, you have very great understanding of stock market, what to how and what to speak. You have a knowledge of the stock market. You're confident to that. You understand very well. So now you know what to say. Let's say there is a discussion going on regarding the stock market itself. So half of the bar is done. Half of the bar is very, very much open for you to jump off into that situation, into that not battleground I would say, but into that situation and uh, what would I say? To jump off in that situation and start speaking something. So you have knowledge, you have understanding, you are good to go for what to say. Then comes part how to say. How to deliver, or how to say into XYZ particular sort of a XYZ particular type of an situation in the conversation. It says they are talking about stock market. It's not very much intense, and they're just lightly talking about something. For an example, it's talking okay this stock and this stock and this stock and this stock. But you know very deeply about that concept, and just you cannot just directly jump into the conversation and just start explaining every bloody thing that and that you there people are not very, let's say, not in the mood of discussing very deeply and technically, but you jump off, start speaking, maybe that will create the negative impression. Also, there is a chance that you'll make your positive presence, that okay, oh, now why right, this person speaks very well. Or maybe it is up to you what you want to speak, but you need to learn how to speak, how to make that conversation attractive with the sense of knowledge that you have, sense of understanding that you have. How to make the conversation more attractive by, let's say, by taking an example, or by talking about a funny incident. Let's say people directly gets interested in that, you make people laugh. And people are emotional beings, and the moment you add an emotion into conversation, it automatically becomes very great. And 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 it can be very worst my worst joke, but if that lightens the conversation, you're good to go. Path is open for you. So people are emotional beings. When you attach or add a sense of an emotion, a laughter, um, let's say a curiosity, a story, a good story, um, mystery, uh, XYZ, and you automatically makes us the social thing very interesting, right? What else can we talk about? What else can we talk about? I just don't know. It's already been 41 minutes, and I think 9 more minutes I will be going to talk about, and then I'm done. Then I'm done because this has made me a little tired, and it's just constant speaking and speaking and speaking. I just need to have a little sense of a water. Yeah, it feels great. It feels very great of utilizing a sense of a voice that you have. We just need to speak and speak and speak and speak. You just need to think about something. If you are able to speak something, if you are able to write something, if you are able to read, you can think, you can speak, you can write, you're deadly. You're absolutely deadly. There is a quote unquote by Jordan Peterson. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just keep repeating this type of a talk. Just keep repeating this type of talk. But yeah, you cannot always add this type of talk into conversation always. And and into my this free speech videos, most of them are very much repetitive. In majority of the videos will be saying the only thing I will be saying, which is a difference, a sense of an approach at the moment of the life, and also an improved sense of a speaking ability. That is what I will be saying. Keep changing into my videos. Maybe background, not nothing, not other than that. Um, yeah. What else? I just don't know what to speak about. I'm totally out of the mind. I think it's the headache has started, but I'm just liking it because I'm utilizing it. I just watched this video of, not just watched, is randomly came up with the shot of Acharya Prashant that was saying, Jawan ho bhai, jago. He was saying, जवान हो भाई, रगड़ो अपने आप को, मेहनत करो, कुछ भी हो, किसी भी टाइप की मेहनत हो, फिजिकल, मेंटल, इमोशनल, मनी, सोशल. You are a young man, you are a young man, and there is no other best thing and time to do for whatever you want to do. You are the time, you need to do something, you need to do something very much utilized, very great about yourself, right? What else can you talk about? I don't know. Need to utilize your youth. Need to utilize your youth. As of now, as of now, this is my thought. Need to utilize my time and energy into more meaningful thing. Like relationship is okay. If it is not, it is okay. But you cannot stuck at something all the bloody time. You need to move on. You need to be better. You need to wake up. You need to laugh. You need to travel. You need to love. You need to take care. You need to be cared. Um, you need to put efforts into your social environments. You need to put in efforts for your relationships, whether with your cousins, your friends, your family. But you need to put your efforts into those directions and put your laziness aside. You need to make yourself have a more sense of meaning in the life, because you need to provide a sense of meaning by doing multiple things, right? It is not like how to say you just keep doing only one thing in the life. Just keep doing only one thing. Just earning is the thing. Okay, that is necessary. That is your life. But need to explore more areas of the life. You need to do that. You need to do that, right? What else? I don't know. As of now, I am 23 already. This September, I became 23. Next September, I'm going to be 24th. Next, I'm 25. Next, 26, 27. And I see my 27th year very, 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 very near to me, and it scares me. It scares me. I'm very much afraid of that, because that means I'm very near to 30. Very near to 30, and very near to 28, 29, and 30, just 30, and you're done. You're no longer like you no longer have a time and space and energy to make mistakes, to make more mistakes. As a young person, after 30, you're not young at all. I would be thinking, may you can be young with your mindset and with your actions and with your happiness, and by your good approach to the life. But these are the years in which you can make many mistakes, and go outside, go outside, go outside, go outside, go outside. Just go outside, explore yourself more and more. You need to take risks. You need to put yourself in the battlegrounds. And battlegrounds are tough. They're tough and they are going to harm you in the wrong way, but eventually you'll come out as a more rigid personality. And it is not like literal battleground that you're gonna die there. Of course you're not gonna die there. It's a sense of a primordial fear into ourselves, that if I get rejected, I'll be out of the tribe. I'll get eaten by wild animals or the predators. That's why our biology thinks like that, and if we do not put an effort for the harsh environments, right? For the harsh situations. So yeah, it's just a fear. सारे डर फर्जी है. You do not follow, or you do not need a compass. You do not need a compass. You are not required to make a fear compass of your life or your actions. You need to make compass your sense of true self. Not You do not need to make fear your compass. You need to make, I don't know. What else can we talk about? I literally do not know. It's been at 12:11 a.m. and yeah, It's great. It does not matter. I just don't know. I was just talking shit and shit and shit. One joke, and then we are done. One joke. I just don't know. I'm very bad joker. I'm very bad joker. Joke. I remember that non-veg dub of Amrish Puri. Or else, what else? और बड़े हमारा 7 billion. I'm gonna have a 7 billion YouTube channel. Just with my speech and my bullshit of speaking something. People and girls are gonna die. Girls are gonna die on me. That मैं हूँ एक अल्फा मेल. मैं मारता हूँ सबकी. राइट. मैं हूँ एक अल्फा मेल. मैं कर देता हूँ सब कुछ. मैं करता हूँ ये, मैं करता हूँ वो, मैं करता हूँ ढिकाना, मैं करता हूँ फनाना. मैं डरता नहीं हूँ किसी से. मैं हूँ मस्ती वाला बंदा. And I just keep doing bullshit all the time, and I just keep earning because alpha male हूँ. मैं चाहूँगा वही होगा. I just don't know. This came out, and I just find it a little funny. It's not funny, my friend. It's not funny. It's not funny. This is the worst sense of a video, and I would be saying it's most natak wala video I would be seeing. Very much nautanki sort of a thing. I just don't know. But yeah, you need to do the nautanki with yourself. किसके साथ करोगे? I found किसके साथ करोगे? भाई साहब किसके साथ करोगे? शादी. I don't know what am I speaking, but I'm speaking something. And doing bullshit all the time with yourself will make you more and more happy from inside and self-belonged. हर बात पे ज्ञान झाड़ना है. क्या कर लेगा? काहे का ज्ञान झाड़ना है? मुझे लगता है कि मुझे I need to do this live streaming and we'll talk with the random people. I just don't know. Maybe we can put my friends on the call. We'll mute and we'll tell them to keep writing something into chat, and we'll just keep talking about those shit, and we'll make fun of that, and we'll improve my ability to speak something. That's ability to speak. This is also not bad. This is who I am when I do the free speech, when I do speaking marathon and this and that. I'm not ashamed of that. These are things which I like, and I also like to do bullshit as well. So all the bloody things are bullshit. Even let's say the person who is having nuclear codes, bullshit that is. Nuclear bombs are interesting. You seriously think so? That's interesting. That's a bullshit. वो टट्टी है. वो नहीं है सही. किसी के लिए सही है नहीं है. But still they are doing. Nuclear codes person is considered a very interesting and intelligent guy and is enjoying life, and it's just bullshit. Everything is bullshit. Right? तुम्हें डिफाइन करना है तुम कितनी बुलशिट तुम हो, करते हो, नहीं करते हो, whatever, XYZ. But explore more people and more environment. That's it. I'm not going to speak any single word. Just need to pass 5 more seconds and I'm done. Yeah, it's already been 12:16 a.m. and I'm done for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Of course, I'm gonna see you tomorrow.